Hey everyone, how's it going? So we are like 6 minutes away from a new Quadeca single, his second single for his upcoming album. Like, don't get me wrong, I really liked Born Yesterday, but with this song, especially with the snippet that he teased, it is like right up my alley. It just sounds like it has like a very big orchestra kind of sound to it, a lot of strings, and as you guys have seen from like the Pirate Radio video, for example, that is like my favorite kind of sound. So don't get me wrong, as I mentioned, I really liked Born Yesterday, um, but this song, I feel like I'm really gonna like this song. I'm also curious to see if this is gonna be the last single before his new album. And I have a feeling it's going to be the last single. I feel like he's not going to release another one. It's also pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure the song is another long one, kind of similar to Born Yesterday. I'm pretty sure I heard that it's in like the 5 minute range. And just the title, like Tell Me a Joke, I just feel like that's such like an intriguing title, like mainly because like I really don't know what the song is going to be about. And I'm just so excited because I thought it was going to drop like Tuesday afternoon because, Born Yesterday, I think Born Yesterday dropped like sometime in the afternoon or something like that. And then I heard the song was dropping at midnight and I was like, okay, new video to record, a new Quadeca single, so I'm just very excited for it, as you guys can tell. I'm also very excited to see what this cover art looks like for the album when he like announces the title, and just like the release date and just all those details in general, especially like I said, the cover art. Because of the cover art for this song, it's not exactly similar to Born Yesterday, but I feel like it has the same concept, not color wise obviously, but I feel like there's a very similar concept to it. And I really think that's all I have to say about the song. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff to say, but it's been like for like the past 30 minutes, I've just been like, I don't know, I've just been super excited for this song. I've just been counting down the minutes. I just feel like production-wise, this could be one of my favorite Quadeca songs. And yeah, with that being said, honestly, I just want to get right into it. This is Quadeca's second single titled Tell Me a Joke for his upcoming album. Here we go. Oh. Okay. Okay, first of all, this very like sinister opening. Well, especially after hearing that snippet, the way he's been teasing the song and like especially that Instagram post. This sounds like a much darker sound, compared to the snippet. I really think it's just the vocal effect, but it's a little bit difficult to pick up like the lyrics, I guess. But from what I can tell, obviously he opens up with tell me a joke, and then he like said a joke about airline food or something like that. But even though like it sounded very sinister, just the vocals, like the way they came in from the start. Oh man, like I'm nervous, bro. Like I feel like I have no idea where this is gonna go. Ooh. Oh. Okay, hold on. Whenever just Quadeca, well, just two things. Whenever Quadeca can just like slip in that reverb, it always sounds so good. And I also just want to talk about his vocals, I mean, vocal wise, I already know he can sing, especially from a lot of songs on From Me to You, and especially on the From Me to You Deluxe, especially tracks like, Back Up to Earth. When I heard that song, I was like, I feel like that's one of like the best songs that he's ever sounded, like vocal wise. And so far, he's really impressing with these vocals once again. I just love how they're just coming just out of nowhere, with, like I mentioned, with like the reverb, like these background vocals. And it's a very interesting song so far. It's a very interesting song. And like I said, I still have no idea where this is gonna go. But so far, I'm so scared because I have no idea where this is going. But I'm liking it so far. So. I'm telling you. This is beautiful. Okay. Before we keep progressing into this song, just the way he brought in that beat too, like I did not expect that whatsoever. I just thought, really, for like most of the song, I feel like it's just been like this pretty instrumentation, and he was just kind of just singing like these like really nice sounding melodies over it, and I really did not expect that beat to come in at all. But it sounded really still good. I cannot talk honestly. Especially after Born Yesterday, with that being like a 6-minute song and so many transitions and so many I guess moments where they kind of just catch you by surprise. Like I'm kind of starting to see like a pattern, with these songs, and with this song especially, like there's already moments that are catching me by surprise that I'm not really expecting, And we still haven't gone. I feel like we still haven't gone to that part, with the snippet that he's been teasing. So I'm still like, man, but this sounds so good, and his vocals are just getting better. Oh my gosh, this is really good so far. Oh my gosh. You hear those high notes? Okay, just that one part where it's like, I don't know if he's like, I try hard not to miss it, and when he says the hard part, or when he says the word hard, he just, I don't know if it's a falsetto that he's hitting, but that part sounds so good. Maybe I got the line wrong. I'm just so overwhelmed right now. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It's just this one part. I think this is the chorus. Every time he repeats that word, I'm like, oh, it sounds so good, dude. This song already has so much replay value for me because, like I said, I'm a big fan of his vocals. And just, songs like It's All a Game and, Can't You See? Those are like some of my favorite songs from that, From Me to You, because the vocals on those songs were just amazing. And I feel like this is very similar in a way. Oh, wow. Here we go. Oh, no. It's so grand right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was Tell Me a Joke by Quadeca. And wow, right off the bat, I gotta say, because I feel like with Born Yesterday, it took me a while to like, don't get me wrong, I really like that song, but I feel like it took me a lot longer to kind of like see where he was going with it, and I was kind of lost at first. I feel like when he started repeating like maybe the second or the chorus like a second time or maybe even the third time, that's when I kind of started like, okay, this is really good. But this song from the get-go, oh my goodness, I feel like it was just, I just got it from the very start, And it's very surprising because, he did tease that snippet, and really, obviously, you really don't even hear it. It doesn't come in, I don't think, until like the 4-minute mark, that last minute where it all just comes together, and honestly just sounded like this big ballad, man, and like, oh wow, and very similar to honestly Born Yesterday, because when he teased that snippet was really just in the bridge, and also towards the end of the song, so it's kind of similar in a way. No, this song, I just think vocal wise, it's one of his best songs, and honestly I'm pretty impressed because like I mentioned, this is the second song in a row where it's a pretty long track. When you look at tracks and they're like 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long, usually it's because it's a super long outro, just a way to wrap up your project. And honestly, for him to just I guess be this consistent, if you want to call it. And yeah, there were just so many moments vocally where it was either like a background vocal that came in with like some reverb that sounded so good. And as I mentioned, I think in the chorus when he says, I forget the word, I can't even think right now, but he just gets in kind of like into his falsetto range or his upper range in general. Don't get me wrong, I love Quadeca's production, but his vocals are, like I said, one of my favorite parts of his music. And a lot of people are excited because I think by the time this is uploaded, I think the music video will already be up. But tomorrow morning, I think he's releasing the music video, and a lot of people are speculating that he's going to announce the release date at the end of the music video, which I think is very possible, as I mentioned, I really don't think there's gonna be another single after this. And with me being a sucker for, strings and that orchestra kind of sound, even though it came at the very end, and then I'm also a sucker for, vocals and especially like angelic background vocals with, that reverb. And this was honestly just a perfect song for me. With that being said, I really don't have too much else to say about the song. Now for future videos, whoa. I mean, I did not see this coming, but apparently, Drake and 21 Savage are dropping a new album this week, this Friday, I believe, on the 28th. When I saw that news, oh my gosh, that was like some of the best news I've heard in a while, because I know Drake is a very mainstream artist and a very, everyone knows who Drake is and stuff like that, but in high school, especially high school, Drake was just such a huge artist for me and my friends. I was on the baseball team that he was a huge artist, for my teammates and us. Not to mention collab with 21 Savage. With that being said, I really appreciate each and every one of you for tuning into the videos and supporting the channel. The feedback, the constructive criticism, really anything. It honestly all means the world to me. I hope everyone's staying safe out there and taking care of themselves. Take care.